Hi guys, welcome to Brother Jay's Card Finds. This is part 2 of my show that I went to yesterday. I went to the Montgomery Mall. It's in North Wales, PA. It's fairly far from me. It's like an hour drive, so I don't go to that show normally. But there's no real shows until like later in the month. There is one next week at the what is the name? It's Leesport Farmers Market. I may go to that. I haven't decided on that yet. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. So, I mean, later in July, like past the halfway point of July, there'll be more shows. But, okay. So, what I want to do is I basically got to finish off what I did yesterday. First of all, I'm going to start off with the stinkers that I know of so far. And I will explain why they're stinkers. So each of these they're supposed to be 10-cent cards. I didn't tell you what I actually paid. I had 182 cards. They were supposed to be 10 cents each, but he did give me a deal. He gave me 12 bucks. Told me to pay 12 bucks for all of them. So less than 10 cents. I'm not going to figure out the math right now. You just saw this one in my last video, but I found out it is a double. So I put that in the stinker pile. This I thought was Danny Jackson's rookie, but he does have a 1984 Donruss, so I don't want that. This Greinke had damage. I probably already have it anyway, but it had damage. This is a Ichiro, puzzle piece from opening day set, but it's got damage. Most of the rest of these are going to have damage, except for this one. This is a double. Alright, so you'll see this later on when I go through the cards, but so I had 2 of those. This Alomar post had damage. This Manny Ramirez post had damage. So you can see the posts tend to get beat up a little bit. This Deion Sanders football from Collector's Choice has a bend in it. And lastly, this one has a wicked crease going right through the middle of it. So a lot of the ones that were damaged were in sleeves, so I didn't pull them out just because I bought so many. It would have taken forever. So I guess what we'll start with first is go through the ones that are just for sets. Here's one for my 2007 set. Morneau. I got 3 for my 1992 studio. I got Matt Noakes, Roberto Kelly, and Mike Gallego. I believe they're all Yankees. That's weird that I needed all 3 of those. And they're around the same part of the set. Here's a 91 studio that I needed. This is Harold Reynolds. Here's a 1984 that I needed from my set Tempt. Bruce Bochy. 86, we had several of them. Turn Back the Clock, Tom Seaver, Bruce Sutter, and Ozzie Smith All-Star. I need those for my set. And then these last 2 are from my 1990 Leaf. We got a Chris Hoiles rookie card and a David Cone. So I need those all for sets, so I will put them into my sets. Next, we have some more oddball ones, which are, let me see. These 2 are 2005 Topps. 2005 Fleer. Now, the second series of this set was never released. The cards were available on the secondary market, but they're very rare. For some reason, I buy Series 1 when I find them cheap like this. So this is Delgado and Oswalt, who are both good players. I have a bunch of this. Not that I'm trying to put the set together, but every once in a while I'll pick one up. I don't really need to, but yeah, I did. So we got a 1992 Topps Mitch Williams, and that's a gold card. And we got another addition to my Metal Universe, or whatever they're calling them. This is a Garrett Anderson. I don't know if I have it or not, but we'll find out. Okay. Alright. Before I go on to the rest of the 10 centers, these are the cards I got from Carter. You saw these yesterday, so we don't need to go through those again. The rest of these are 50 centers. So it's a Harper, and I believe that's a Jackie Robinson Day. That looks like a 1984 Strawberry, but it is a Topps Gallery. Cal Raleigh rookie. Now, these were all 50 cents. This is I believe, a 2019 Aaron Judge Bowman. It's a Tariq Skubal, Alan Ginter rookie. This is a Deanna Navarro. I believe it might be what they call the advanced stats. If you look at the number, hold on. It's like either, I'm not sure if it's 02 or 82, but it's limited to 99, so we'll put it that way. This Kruk was part of a exchange set that you could only get through the mail. He was traded, so it was something about Hall of Gold, you trade them. And so this is actually a harder one to come by. It's not worth much, but John Kruk. Cal Raleigh, Alan Ginter rookie. Here's a Jeter from, I think that's year 2000, from Upper Deck. There's a Griffey 90 score. I'm not sure why I bought that. I'm sure I have dozens of those, but another one for 50 cents. These are all 50 cents. Here's a rookie year Judge. Next Dynasty. It doesn't have his name on the front, I don't believe. But it is Aaron Judge from his rookie year. I believe this is a 2018 Rookie Stars Aaron Judge from Donruss. Here is a 2003 Pujols from Donruss. And this is the 2003 Donruss Diamond Kings Mike Piazza. Both of those two I needed for my 2003 Donruss set. So that's everything I got at Carter's on Friday. All right. And then we'll go through the cards that we got. There's going to be a good chunk of star cards. We have a rookie stack. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to try to get through them as quick as I can. Let's do the rookies first because there's less of them. This is, I believe, a 95 Bobby Abreu. It's an Upper Deck minor league card. This is a Fleer XL Edgardo Alfonso before his rookie year. I did check to make sure these were all rookie year or before, or I don't call them rookies. Rick Ankiel, and that's his rookie year. George Bell, rookie from Donruss. Here's a Glenn Davis rookie. I've never had that. He has a lot of cards, but this is his only true rookie, 85 Fleer. 85 Fleer had a lot of true rookies. Here's a Rob Deere 85 Fleer true rookie. Here's a Ray Durham Fleer XL. And here is a Kelly Gruber or Dave Coulier if you prefer. And that's his true rookie from 85 Fleer. This is not a rookie. I thought these were rookies, but they all had 1991 Olympic cards. I haven't decided whether I'm keeping them yet, but you'll see that I have at least 3 of them. This is Jeffrey Hammond's 92, Rick Helling 92. The other one we'll get to in a second. This is a Jackson Jobe Stadium Club rookie. He's hurt, I found out. Charles Johnson, again, that's another one that's actually not a rookie. Here's a David Justice. This is like a Broder. It's a star card. And this is from 1990, so this is rookie year. Jimmy Key, 85 Fleer rookie. Pat Lestache. We got 2 of these trading card ones. I do like Lestache because I am a Brewers fan, and he was very hot when he was a rookie. Now, these did come out in 92, so these do count as rookies to me. So I got the Joker, staying, he was the rookie of the year, and then that's his regular card. I'm putting that with the rookies. Here's a Ramon Martinez, 1989 Upper Deck. I know I didn't have this because when I put together a Upper Deck set, this was one of the cards I was missing. This is Shane McClanahan. Now, the only reason I bought this is, again, it's an advanced stats, I believe. And it is numbered 95 of 99. So that's why I got that. David Need. This is a Skybox. They have a certain name for these, but I forget what it is. Dan Quisenberry rookie. I'm surprised if I don't have this. I'd like, obviously I don't really want a duplicate, but I don't remember having that. Johnny Ray, 82 Fleer. I probably have this. Harold Reynolds, 1986 Topps rookie. Pete Rose, 1990 Classic. Pete Rose Jr., excuse me. Steve Sachs, 1982 Fleer rookie. This is a Brian Taylor, 92 Bowman rookie. You don't come across that too much. And here's a 92 Stadium Club. And this is like a subset of draft pick of the 90s. Willie Wilson, 1979 Topps rookie. And a Brandon Woodruff Gypsy Queen, which I don't like those cards, but it is Brandon Woodruff's rookie. So I'm not sure what year that is, but I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. I can't see it clearly, so I'm not going to speculate. A couple more rookies. These I have either in... The one is... Okay. This is a Carlos Lee, and I believe it's an SP Top Prospects. The reason it's in the card saver is because it had a bit of a curve to it. So I wanted to try to straighten it out. I will put it with my top-loaded ones. And then there's a Billy Wagner rookie, who's a Hall of Famer. This is a Ted Williams, so it's obviously not one of his better rookies, but it is a rookie. Okay, that's it for the rookies. One more pile, but it's a big pile. So we're going to get started with a handful here. This video is probably going to be at least 25 minutes. 2000 and, I don't know, Donner Studio Alomar. This is a Leaf certified Alomar. Here is a Pinnacle Zenith Alomar. This is a Score PNG Roberto Alomar All-Star. And this is a 2005 Roberto Alomar late in his career with the Devil Rays. Or I assume they were the Devil Rays at that point. Yes, Devil Rays. Okay, Jeff Bagwell, 95 Fleer. Jeff Bagwell, MLB Top Stars. I'm not going to worry about what year that is. Albert Bell, 94 Upper Deck. I don't know if I have that or not, but it didn't look familiar. Wade Boggs, PNG Score All-Star. Ryan Braun, that's a Donruss card from 2015. I may well have that. This is a little different because this, I'm sure I have the base card, the 2011, but this is from an All-Star. It says NL 11. They had an NL All-Star set, so it has the little silver All-Star or National League logo. Here is a Starcrossed Upper Deck. I'm not going to worry about what set it is. It's Ryan Braun. Jose Canseco 2000 Bowman Chrome. This is a Jose Canseco Collector's Choice. You crashed the game from the silver set. So here's a PNG Score All-Star Game Canseco. Here's a Clemens. This is a Upper Deck Pros and Prospects. Obviously, he was a pro by that point. Ty Cobb, this is from the Conlon set. I thought it was neat. David Cohn, the only reason I got this was because it is an Electric Diamond. I'm not sure if I'm putting that in with my stars or just putting that in my regular box. This is a 1992 Topps Traded Eric Davis. First card ever not as a red. So that's why I got that. I don't know that it's that special, but for me, I figured it was worth 10 cents. I'll move my little stack here and proceed. Andre Dawson, 81 Topps. This is a, I believe it's a 94 Ted Williams. That's a Doc Ellis, as you can see on the back, Doc Ellis. So, I have several Bob Feller cards here. This is a early Donruss Bob Feller Hall of Fame Heroes. This is a Swell Baseball Greats Bob Feller. And then we got a Distinguished Service Bob Feller, U.S. Navy from Topps, celebrating his Navy service. This is another Ted Williams. This is a Mark Fidrich. I don't think I have that. All right, keep going. We have a Prince Fielder. This is Ticket to Stardom. And this is an Upper Deck. It's a National Baseball Card Day Upper Deck Prince Fielder. We got a Raleigh Fingers. This is one of those super veterans. The young and the old. 85 Steve Garvey from Fleer. We got a Tom Glavine Score PNG All-Star card. We got a 2003 Topps Chrome Goldschmidt. Here's the Stadium Club one again that I showed you where I had two of them, but here's the one I'm keeping. Here's another one of those All-Stars. This one is Zach Greinke from the All-Star set. Something sticking to it a little bit here. We got, this is 2010 opening day. It's some kind of weird code card. I'm sure the code is no good, so I don't mind showing it. If you want to try it, whatever. I'm not sure exactly what that was for. Some kind of contest, I assume. We got a Vladimir Guerrero. This is a National Baseball Card Day from 2008 Topps. This is a Frank Robinson and Vlad Guerrero legendary lineage card. I'm not going to try to figure out the year right now. Vlad Guerrero Stadium Club, Vlad Guerrero Jr., excuse me. This is a Tony Gwynn 90 Donruss. Now you're like, why would he have that? But it's the error because it's an all-star and has recent Major League performance. I don't know if I already have that. If I do, I'll get rid of it. Another Pros and Prospects from Upper Deck, and this one's Todd Helton. This is, I think, same as that Braun, same year, Ricky Henderson. 1983 All-Star, Reggie Jackson. This is from, I believe, 1995. They had retail sets, and they had these opening day cards. There was like a set of, I don't know, it might have been 10 cards. I got this one because it was the Brewers and describing what Jaha did on their opening day in 1995. So that's kind of cool. For my Jenkins collection, I got me a 1997 Jeff Jenkins, and that's the International with the American flag. It looks very cool. Here's a Fleer Focus Jeff Jenkins. This is a Randy Johnson, probably 2005 or so. See the highlights, he strikes out his 4,000th batter. Wow. Andrew Jones, highlights, very close to the beginning of his career. I think it's a 97. Couple Chipper Jones, these are from the same set. The one says franchise player, and the other is just the base, I guess. We've got I think this is the last Joe Kelly card that Topps probably ever made. 2025, I believe. Yeah, so I think I need that for my Joe Kelly collection. If not, you know, whatever. Barry Larkin, Stadium Club, Walking His Dogs. I think that's pretty cool. All right. Going on to the next big stack. And we're at 16 minutes, so I'm trying to move it along here. I'm going to grab this stack, split it in half. Excuse me, 1984 Tony La Russa manager card. Tim Lincecum, Turkey Red, probably 2020, I guess. I'm not sure about that one. We'll look it up. This is a Kenny Lofton. This is a Fleer Ultra, but that's the gold medallion, which is why I got it. I only collect special Kenny Lofton cards. I don't collect all his stuff. This is an ad card from 1991 Star of Kevin Moss. They went directly to the retailer, so it's kind of neat to find something like that in a 10-cent box. Fleer 89 insert for the record, Greg Maddux. Here's a Renata Galasso Heine Minush. He was an outfielder for the Pirates, and he was a Hall of Famer. Pedro Martinez postcard. Pedro Martinez scorecard. 95 Topps Pedro. Stadium Club Pedro. And I believe that's a 2000 Upper Deck Pedro. And a much later Upper Deck Pedro. So I really got a lot of Pedros. Also got some more of his brother, which is kind of surprising. I don't generally collect his cards, but I'll get his rookies if I don't have them. And these are both magazine cutouts. That one looks like a 1970. This one looks like a 1974. Because they're magazine cutouts, that's why I got those. Here is a McCutcheon. I believe this was from a recent archive set. And we got... This is another one of those opening day. This is Fred McGriff. So same set as the Jaha. Fred McGriff, around the year 2000 Topps card. I'm not going to look at it. This is a Brewers 2010 team card. I may well have that. Eddie Murray, 94 Bowman. You don't see a lot of 94 Bowmans. This is a 94 Upper Deck, but it is a Electric Diamond, which is why I bought that. Here's a Nomo from 96, Pinnacle Zenith, excuse me. Tony Perez, 1982 Topps in action. This is from, apparently, the Coke set from 1981. This is the, I guess, not the check, no, it's not really a checklist. It's just a title card. It's from the Philadelphia Phillies set. I imagine it's probably kind of hard to find that card. That's why I bought it for 10 cents. Buster Posey, 2016, I believe, update All-Star card. Here's a Kirby Puckett postcard. Here's a Kirby Puckett PNG scorecard. Here's a Kirby Puckett Top Stadium Club. I think it says something about best seat in the house. There's something on the back about the seat. I guess, I don't know. This is a Ted Radcliffe, Double Duty, from the Negro League set from Ted Williams. Manny Ramirez, Flair Tradition. Manny Ramirez, Front Row, rookie. Manny Ramirez, Metal Universe, very cool. Manny Ramirez, a later score. And Manny Ramirez, 2007 Topps. I didn't need it for my set. And it wouldn't fit my set anyway. It's from the Boston Red Sox team set. Here's a Pudge Rodriguez from 2002 Topps. Let me see. Hold on. We just got one little stack to go, so we'll be done shortly. Pudge Rodriguez, that's the 2008 opening day. I like the red. It looks kind of neat. Here's a Ryan Sandberg's P&G Score All-Star. This is another magazine cutout. Ruben Sierra. Like I said, I don't generally collect his cards, but the cutouts I do like. This is like the Chipper Jones. This is another franchise player, Sammy Sosa. This is a Skybox autographic Sammy Sosa. Here's a 95 Topps Sammy Sosa. And a 94 Upper Deck Sammy Sosa. I don't think I had any of those. We'll see. Here's a Warren Spahn Diamond Legends. I believe that's Upper Deck. Yeah, on the back you see the Upper Deck. Here's a 1982 Willie Stargell, just the base card. All right, here's another one of those All-Star team ones. This is Strasburg. I like the fact that it's the special logo there, and it also has a gold cup. That's why I got that. Frank Thomas from my collection. There were hardly any Frank Thomas in here, but there was this one. This is from the newer Stadium Club. Jim Tomei, 1994. What was that set again? What, Pinnacle, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, it says right on there, Pinnacle, Joe. Joey Votto, another one of those NL All-Star from 2011. Billy Wagner, 2002. This is a Dave Winfield. It's a reprint of his 81 Topps Traded. I believe it's some kind of archive set. Here's a David Wright, again, a National Baseball Card Day from 2008. David Wright Stadium Club with the apple. He took a bite out of the apple. Robin Yount, whatever year that is, I'm not going to speculate, but it's an Ames card. And here's an 83 Brewers Leaders card, batting and pitching. Yount and Vukovic, who I collect both of them. And that is it. Thank you for staying in there and watching all that. If you did, if you didn't, well, hey. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.